Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into tackling a really big challenge for anyone creating content globally. How do you get that broadcast quality video back from anywhere, reliably, securely?
Yeah, it's a common headache.
Exactly. And we're looking at a key piece of tech that aims to solve this, the Blackmagic ATEM streaming bridge. Our goal, help you turn those remote production struggles into smooth pro workflows.
It's true. It looks pretty simple maybe on the outside, but it's actually a very specialized tool, really built for that specific job. Dependable global video links. It's quite clever when you dig into it.
Okay, let's dig in then. What's its main job? How does the ATEM streaming bridge actually bridge that gap from a remote ATEM mini back to your studio?
Well, at its heart, it's a dedicated piece of hardware. A video converter.
Okay.
Think of it like a translator. It takes this advanced H.264 stream that's a very efficient way to compress video coming from an ATEM Mini Pro or Extreme somewhere out there.
Right,
Remotely, yeah. And it decodes it back into high-quality SPI and HDMI you can plug right into your studio switcher or monitors.
What I find interesting is that it's exclusive. It's not like a generic decoder that can grab any stream. It only works with those specific ATEMs. Why is that so important?
That exclusivity. It strongly suggests they're using a proprietary protocol. It's not just standard RTMP or something.
Oh, right.
Blackmagic likely designed it that way to guarantee, really low latency and rock-solid stability. Those things are non-negotiable for professional live work. It's not just about getting the video, it's about getting it reliably, without glitches.
And physically, it's pretty compact. But it's got solid I/O, right? Dual 3G SDI, that's the pro video connection.
Yep, broadcast standard.
And regular HDMI outputs. Gigabit Ethernet. But the thing I find really smart are those little diagnostic LEDs on the front. They seem simple, but they're more than just blinky lights.
Oh, absolutely. Those Internet OK and Stream OK lights. They're your first line of defense for troubleshooting. Instantly. Well, they create this clear diagnostic path. Like if your stream dies, you look at the lights. Is Internet OK off? Then it's a basic network problem. Maybe the cable's out or the router's down.
Okay.
If Internet OK is on, but Stream OK is off or blinking, then your network's fine. But the stream itself isn't arriving properly. Maybe it's port forwarding. Maybe the ATEM Mini isn't sending. It saves so much guesswork when you're live.
Okay, that makes sense. So getting it set up right is obviously crucial then. Let's talk configuration. Starting with network addresses, especially if it's a permanent setup. People often say, just use DHCP, it's easy. But you recommend a fixed IP.
Yeah, for any kind of professional or permanent install, I strongly recommend setting a fixed IP using the ATEM setup software. DHCP is convenient for, plugging in a laptop temporarily.
You're right.
But imagine you're midstream, everything's perfect, and your router decides to reboot or reshuffle IPs. Suddenly, poof, your connection breaks because the address changed.
What a nightmare.
Exactly. A fixed IP locks that connection down. It makes it predictable, stable. It prevents those awful, sometimes really embarrassing failures. Trust me, I've seen it happen.
Okay, fixed IP for stability. Now, for sending that stream across the globe, you mentioned port forwarding. This is where things can get a bit technical and frankly worrying for some people regarding security.
Yeah, that's a common hurdle. To make the streaming bridge reachable from anywhere in the world, your router, the one at the studio end, needs a specific rule. It needs to forward TCP port 1935.
TCP 1935, got it.
Think of TCP as the reliable courier service for data, and 1935 is the specific door number for the ATEM stream. Now, some routers have UPnP universal plug-and-play, which might set this up automatically.
Might.
And honestly, UPnP can be a security risk because it just opens ports automatically. Manual configuration is usually needed, and it gives you much more control and, frankly, better security. You know exactly what door you've opened.
That security point leads right into the next option, VPNs. You suggest that for the most secure and stable link, a VPN is the way to go. How does that change the game?
A VPN, something like WireGuard perhaps, it basically creates this secure encrypted tunnel over the internet.
Okay.
So the remote ATEM Mini and the studio streaming bridge, they act like they're plugged into the same local network switch. It completely bypasses the whole public internet port forwarding issue.
So no open ports needed on the router.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Much more secure. Plus, it often makes remote administration easier too. You can access the ATEM Mini's control panel remotely, just like it was there in the studio. It's a win-win for security and convenience, especially for critical broadcasts.
Let's switch gears to a really common, super frustrating problem people hit. The cache full error message on the ATEM Mini when streaming. I've been there, tearing my hair out, thinking lower quality must be the answer. But you have a surprising fix.
Ah, yes, the infamous cache full. It feels totally backward, I know. But often the solution is to increase the streaming quality setting, which means increasing the bitrate.
Increase it. Really?
Yeah, counterintuitive, right? But the ATEM's internal H.264 encoder, sometimes it actually struggles more when you ask it to compress high quality, like 1080p video, down to a very low bitrate.
Huh, why?
It seems it performs better, more efficiently, when it has a bit more data rate to work with. Trying to squeeze complex video into too tiny a pipe can sometimes cause the encoder to buffer up and, well, overload its cache. So giving it a bit more room, say going from streaming low to medium or high, can paradoxically fix it.
Wow, okay. Good tip. And what about other gremlins? Things like overheating, maybe old firmware, or even just trying to use Wi-Fi?
Exactly. You've got to think holistically. Overheating is a real factor. These little boxes work hard, keep them cool. And firmware, absolutely critical. Keep all your Blackmagic gear, the ATEM Mini, the bridge, the software on your computer updated. So many weird issues just vanish with a firmware update.
Yeah, updates are key.
And please, use wired Ethernet whenever possible. Wi-Fi is just asking for trouble for reliable streaming. Dedicated bandwidth is also important if you can manage it.
So bringing this all together, what's the main message for creators looking to use this bridge effectively?
The ATEM streaming bridge is a fantastic tool, really powerful. But its reliability, it directly depends on how carefully you set up your network and understand these little quirks. It's not quite plug and play for mission critical stuff. You need a systematic approach.
Right, so the takeaway is use fixed IPs for permanent setups, double check your port forwarding manually, or seriously consider a VPN. Don't be afraid to experiment with higher bitrates if you see cache errors, and always, always keep everything updated and cool. Precision matters.
It's that holistic view of your entire chain, from camera to the bridge.
Definitely. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other seemingly small network settings might be quietly causing issues in your productions right now? Something to think about.